Yay!
Yay, we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. This is our new monthly program where Alexandra Karakopoulou and I will be discussing horoscopes and energy and what's going on with the stars and what's going on in the world and what's going on for all of the different star signs. So I'm Sue Ellis-Saller. I'm here from Spiritual Business Spotlight, and Alexandra is from the A World. So welcome, Alexandra! Yay!
Hello! Nice to see you again in our monthly chatting about stars and signs, and of course about tarot cards, which is very exciting. You know that I love it. Hey, yay! You have your cards with you. And I think we all need this because we are both very positive thinking people. And of course, we think a lot, and we think a lot about all the situation and everything that's happening now, because we were talking about that before. Everything's changing, the shift is big, and we have to get along, and we have to understand it, respect it, and of course, help each other in every possible way, because it's a lot to take. It's a lot happening, so we need to help each other. I think so. I mean, if you agree with me.
Totally. You see my head nodding like
all the time. I see the face.
But I think you brought up something really important, that we need to really communicate about these things and help each other through them, because I think it's so easy to get stuck in your own head about things, or especially since we're not really allowed to socialize as freely, perhaps face to face as we had been at one point in time. It's really kind of easy to get isolated, to get stuck in your own head. But we're in an age and an era where we can talk on Zoom, we can talk on Skype, we can chat, we can have access to each other really very openly, and kind of take this at a different level until things return to normal, we'll say.
Totally. We should use all these channels that we have. I'm you know my opinion. I think very positive of those channels, and of course you have to respect everything that has to do with communication, because it plays a role. The way you say something, the timing is also really, really important, and of course you have to choose carefully which topics are you gonna communicate to the people and to which people. Of course, we all know that we cannot be 100% ourselves, and our private life does not belong to the social media. But of course, it is a channel, and I know that you can help people, and some people just need it, and you have to be just like really careful. I mean, I remember, since I also studied communication in Vienna, you know that? It was the first thing that we learned, that everybody is communicating with everybody, and like in everyday life. So every day you're talking, and every day you have to be careful.
No, my dog is having some problems, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on there.
Oh, about February. It's not an easy month. I think everybody noticed that.
That's what you warned.
Yeah, it's like, if I had to put a title for the month, I would say The Unexpected. Yeah. It's an Uranus month, Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, which is totally like, it has two meanings. It has two meanings, because sometimes the unexpected is really positive, and sometimes it's really negative. You have to take it as it is, and really keep your stomach really in a position that you say, okay, I can handle it. I can handle it. It's not an easy month. And if I have to say, from the 28 days that this February has, I'm not going to be too positive this time. I'm so sorry, folks. But let's say the 10 days are good.
Okay.
It's not a very special month. And we have, of course, a new moon, which is a difficult new moon on the 11th of the month. It's coming up. It's in the sign of Aquarius, an earth sign. And it comes together with an aspect in a constellation which makes it a bit difficult. Like that means that something is going to happen like out of the blue, really unexpected, as I said before. Just on the 11th or around the 11th of the month, please stay calm and breathe. If I could put a sign on it, just stay calm. It's nothing else to do. I'm so sorry to say that. And of course, there comes the full moon on the 27th, and it's in Virgo. Virgo is a very organizing sign and very neat one, which also show you the danger in life. At the first hand, you have to be very careful of that if you make any decisions at that point, because negative issues are going to come up. You know, full moon puts the light on always to the things, the things that we don't proceed. We don't do anything about them. So I want to be so positive, but February, it's not the month. The only dates that I can say, and I'm very glad about it, that are really nice, are around Valentine's Day, which is nice. We all need it. Right? The 12th, the 13th, the 14th, the 15th are really romantic and smooth days. So February did us a favor and left us alone only for these days. And also, guys, be careful this weekend. I don't know if you already felt it. This was a very hard week. And it's really a hard week. I don't know how everybody is experiencing it, but it's hard. It's emotionally so electrifying and it's so heavy. It's like really heavy. And it's not going to be easier this weekend.
Okay.
It's an explosive weekend. So whatever you feel, stay calm, relax. And yeah, it certainly was. Yeah, it totally. Things really unexpected came up. I don't know, guys, if you had problems with your stomach, with the headaches, with yeah.
Yeah.
It's like going on through the weekend also. So be careful what you're eating. Sleep well. Try to. If you're watching Netflix, which I do also, please put the negative and the psychological dramas at the side and see some comedies. Romantic comedies are totally like nothing really deep meaning, but it's nice, have fun. I try to smile a lot because I don't think we smile a lot this week like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm asking you now for a tarot card. You know me. I'm very curious.
Okay. So when we were talking before we came on, and then as we were talking afterwards, I just have to ask my husband to come get the dogs. So
it's okay. We love dogs. We love cats.
Okay, good. Nobody's worried about it. It's so funny. Like when I'm usually playing with my cards, there are times when a card is just like, okay, you're going to pick me. I shuffle, I reshuffle, I pick the same card again. I get another deck. I pick the same card again, So today I'm working with the Wildwood Tarot. It's a really gorgeous deck and it's very like earthy and pagan. And it has a lot to do with, the cycles of the earth. And what is an interesting thing is we got the Three of Stones, which they have a little bit of, they keep to a lot of the traditional tarot meanings and associations, but the Three of Stones would be equivalent to the Three of Pentacles, which is normally like, kind of taking pride in a job well done, doing work really well, being a really good team player. But here we have creativity. And I love this image because it shows how much we're connected to nature. and how, you know, she's growing roots, or perhaps she's coming from roots. Sorry,
I see that.
do this.
It's a very beautiful card, I can say.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of something, since you say nature. I was reading an article because I was like, you know, everybody from the lockdown, we're getting a bit crazy. It's not a really easy situation, and you can think that, think about it, that we almost have a year now in lockdown.
Yeah,
almost a year.
Coming up on a year, huh?
Crazy. So I was like thinking, Alexandra, what should I do to just calm down? Okay, meditate. I do that. I do some with a good friend of mine, dance meditation, 5 rhythm dance. It's perfect. It's perfect. I can really recommend it. I'm doing some meditation exercises also from, you know, our friend and spiritual brother, Michelangelo, is perfect also. And I'm trying to do my best. I mean, even if it's not easy to meditate in situations like this, because you try to not think of anything and you're like, okay, what do I have to do next? What should I cook? What should I eat? You cannot think clearly. Nature is the key. It's a good key. So if you just go for a walk and see the trees or whatever, just go for a walk and try to stay in contact with nature. That takes a lot of boundaries, and it takes a lot of things that you keep on grabbing with you all the time. So maybe it's a card that says, this is a solution to the problem, because this month it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
I think this is like a tip.
Right. Totally.
And also about creativity, I wanted to say, last thing. I was looking at all the horoscopes. I have to say, it's not going to be so wonderful this time. And a lot of people that are creative, even if it's a really hard time now, really hard, are getting more creative.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, I feel it also in me. I write more, I draw more. It's more. So it's happening. But this is what we talked about. You have to see the positive side also. Look for the deeper meanings in life. It's a time for that. It holds you back from many things that disturbed you, but now it's time to think about yourself and what makes me happy. What do I want to do with my life? Whatever. Even if it's like bad. It's a really bad situation. I mean, I feel so sad about it from one hand, but from the other hand, I think that good things are gonna come.
And that might be the thing about creativity too, which I just shuffled it back into my deck, which I shouldn't have done. But when you think about it, in order to switch the narrative on it, and in order to change things around, you have to get creative. And this is one of the things that I've been thinking a lot about, especially thinking about the people who channel that I listen to and things like that. We are in the process of being able to create a new reality for humans. You know, we have the technology, we have the, you know, scientific and agricultural know-how, we have an opportunity to work as a human group rather than just, you know, individual societies or whatever. And so perhaps, and I'm getting goosebumps from this, but perhaps we can use this creativity to make the time a lot easier and to visualize and work on creating this new way forward, and use these different setbacks that are negative. And I won't say negative right now because I know people are hungry, people are out of food.
Yes,
you know, but we can use that creativity to do good for the entirety of everybody. So it's really a thing. And the 3 of Pentacles is also, as I said, about teamwork. And so that's kind of perhaps one of the shifts that we can make as well.
For sure. I'm totally in that. And I feel that, you remember that we did the whole year thing? We talked about the collective.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a collective thing. I mean, people that have the same opinions or belong in a group, it's going to make a lot of sense. And it's a lot of things are going to come out. So it's good to have people that understand you, and you should stay in groups like this. And nobody, I mean, you always have your free will. If you don't like it, don't do it. It's easy. You don't like it, you don't do it. Just don't push yourself to do things that you don't feel, because it's going to get back to you. Because, you know, it's happening. It's really happening. And the older I get, the more I experience it. So whatever decisions you make, be careful of the decisions that you make. And it started, astrologically speaking, I have to say that process started 2020 already, maybe also 2019 at the end. So it is a process. And you know, you cannot push a button and everything's going to change. It's a process, and you have to be very stable. You remember, we have Uranus, we have Saturn all the time, making aspects with Uranus. And Saturn is the planet of life lessons. And he's pushing and giving you lessons until you learn it. You have to learn it. So keep the lesson. Nobody's perfect. Maybe you need the same lesson twice, 3 times. Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. But I think that the years that are going to come now for everybody speaking, they're going to be like more open, the social life open for many years. Like going to the psychotherapy, to psychotherapy is not going to be a taboo anymore. Being a free gender, whatever sexual orientation you have, it's not going to be a taboo anymore. I like to live in a society like this. I'm a very open-thinking person. I like it. I'm also a traditional person, but also free spirit thinking. And I think it's time for some things and some, you know, closed boxes and cliches to disappear. That only good things. Let's say people who are really inspired and respect human beings, they should put more effort and more work, and we should see more of that. And I think it's a good thing that globally, you see it globally happening. Things are falling into pieces and into the place that they should be. But it takes time. And this is what I spoke of. And you see the months. We spoke before, the months are bringing you into this. Even if you don't like it, you're going to go through this. You're going to learn more things about yourself. It's time.
Right.
Relax.
You know, sometimes the universe makes you shift because you would have shifted if it wasn't for, you know, the gentle nudge, you know.
I know.
Nudge.
I know. Look at me. Where am I?
Right.
So whenever you're ready, I'm ready to start with our beautiful horoscopes for February. I will try to make it as positive as I can, but let's say we're gonna we do it like last time. I'm gonna talk and you're gonna take a card, and we're gonna find, let's say, a title for each sign, because I know people want to listen. So guys, I'm here. Let's go.
Yes. Sorry about that. I was checking in on the YouTube here to
Are we here? Are we on? Yay!
Yeah, we're on YouTube as well. But I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing any comments there.
No.
So that I can keep track.
So Aries. So a difficult month for Aries.
Okay.
Because, you know, we have a very big aspect that every one of us gets affected by, and this is Mercury, our communication planet, who is retrograde. Retrograde means he goes from the opposite side, like opposite, until the 21st.
Okay.
Stay until the 21st. So that means that we have obstacles in communication and also small delays in business matters. There comes also Uranus, which is which makes things unpredictable. Some financial insecurities are coming up. So pay attention to relationships, friendly or not, we don't care, as well as financial transactions. So be careful, my impulsive Aries, because I know you're so impulsive, but this time you have to be more careful than before. And it is an explosive atmosphere for you, since the dynamic Mars, the planet that boosts you with energy, is in stable Taurus and favors quarrels and misunderstandings. So it's not gonna be like a month. Please be careful what you're gonna say, because you will regret it later. You don't want to regret it. Even Aphrodite, Venus is not gonna be there to give you a helping hand. Even Venus is not helping you. But don't worry, because Jupiter will help you. Only just to throw away the old stuff and keep the new paths like in front of you, and you will need rest. Keep it in mind, rest, relax, don't forget about it. The new moon, yes, totally. The new moon in Aquarius pushes you to take the first step and improve your feelings. So not impulsive, your true feelings inside, the deep ones. And the full moon in Virgo sheds a light on professional issues and helps you find solutions. So in an overall, I would say for Aries, breathe, keep calm, don't say things that you will regret, don't be impulsive, know your instincts, and be careful with financial matters, because it's not good. It's not a good month for financial things. So just pay whatever you have to pay, do whatever you did until now, but don't overdo it. It's not good. What's the card?
The card away. No impulse.
Where's the card?
Well, and that might be that they're feeling a little bit of boredom this month, and is Aries kind of stirring things up in order to kind of make things a little bit more exciting, bringing that fire energy in. And so if you're feeling bored this month, Aries, take a step back, relax, find something to do, like creating art, and also, instead of focusing on what you can't do, what you can't have, what is lacking in your life, focus on the things that are actually there. Because I feel like if you're looking over or overlooking what is actually there, that's how you get bored. But if you get out your drawing stuff or your project that you put away, and that's another thing with the Mercury retrograde, you can take out old writing projects or old, communication things, reorganize your files, do things like that, back up your website.
But it's also a blast from the past.
Yeah, exactly. You're all like,
past relationships. Also for my friends that are listening, I know, because they are all asking me, Alexandra, what's happening with old boyfriends, and why are they coming up like this? Because of Mercury retrograde, it's always like this. All things are coming up, as you said, but it's a good time also to reorganize old things like files, as you said, and whatever. Yeah. Good. Yeah. It's a good time. Good time. Until the 21st.
Pardon?
Until the 21st, we can do this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes.
So Taurus, you feel something is changing, I'm sure. And Uranus falls on your head. But don't take it so negatively, my stable Taurus. Don't take it so negatively. The first days of February are a bit stressful, I know, since you are being tested in matters of professional development. And with Mercury retrograde, I know the conversations, the movements, and in general the work has delays, irritation, and you feel not so excited about it. Patience. Be patient. Let go of the stress, and don't take it like too personally, because it's not gonna help. Venus will also throw some oil in the fire, and it's not gonna make it easier for you. So Yeah, don't be competitive at this point, this time. Don't just keep it back, and don't get any further. Limit your expenses, organize properly, and trust the experts to solve any problem that arises accordingly. Don't do it by yourself, ask the experts. Um, you have logic, we know that, but you may lose it this month because the challenges are, the difficulties are a lot. And it would be like really, really important to keep it calm. Again, I'm going to speak about it almost in every sign. You're going to listen to me all the time. The new moon for you signals some positive developments in business. It's good for business. This is good. And the full moon shows you open doors that were until today hermetically closed. So that means that new opportunities are coming. But don't get so excited. Don't throw everything like away, or don't be so judgmental. Keep calm. Taurus, we know you're stable. We know you're logic, but keep it down. And the tarot card, I'm excited.
Well, the sun comes up for Taurus this month, and the sun is always a positive card. It really shines a little bit of light on things. So this might be this new opportunity that you're talking about, and how, if the Taurus is able to kind of harness this patience and a positive attitude, is going to do a lot. So instead of allowing things to frustrate you, like you were saying before, just really kind of focus on staying calm, patient, staying high vibe, maybe getting out and getting a little bit more sunshine, or doing things that, make you more optimistic, make you happier, and really feed your soul so that you can then focus on those things rather than those things that are frustrating you.
Yes. Yeah, important. I mean, I told you the month is. And now we'll go on with Gemini. And before I go to Gemini, I would like to say again that we don't read only our sun sign. We read also the ascendant. So it's both. Okay. So if you are a Scorpio like me with Virgo, I read both. I have to say this. So Gemini, what's happening? It begins with contradictions and confused messages. Of course, because your planet, Mercury, is retrograde. So, also, with all these delays and the small obstacles and communication, which are also in the program for almost a month, the planet Saturn, the life lesson planet, is in square. So that means that you have internal and external tensions. You have a lot of tension. You feel it. You may feel that you're losing control of the situation a little bit. Where the professional life is not bad. It's not bad, but it is a lot happening. So that means that it may be more and more and more to do. That means you have to look. You have to get enough rest. You have to sleep well, eat well. In your professional environment, you will feel and you will smell the air of change and evolution. You're going to see this. You're going to see things changing. Do not lose your temper. If things do not go as you wish, it's a challenging month and it will pass. So collective action is favored, what we spoke about. Stay together with people that understand you and want the good things in you. In this difficult time, do not rush and to live in situations that make you tired, like during the pandemic. Your instincts are good, but you have to interfere because of the communication. It's not a good month for communication, and since you are a communication sign, it's like an old radio that you don't listen well. It's like this, your life at this point. You hear it, but you don't hear it well, and you're not sure, so be careful. The new moon brings you new opportunities and goals. It's not so bad. And the full moon sheds light on home and family in a beautiful way. So there are some not so bad aspects, but the whole month, I told you, the month is difficult to keep up with.
Right.
Yeah, so Gemini, I know it's not the best month for you, but you're gonna get over it, I'm sure, like everybody would. And I'm waiting.
So we have the 11 card. Now it just really depends, and this is called the Woodward. And you can see how he's just ready for battle. He's got, his trusted links next to him.
Yeah,
He's
ready.
definitely ready. And so this is a card that's telling me that even though he's ready for battle, he might need to wait a little bit and, kind of draw on his experience in life, draw on, you don't always have to rush off into battle. You can really take a moment and step back and really gather your thoughts. Are you moving forward in a way that's going to be constructive and positive? Do you need to weigh the opinions and the outcome for other people before you make any rash decisions or forward motion? Do you need to use your wisdom rather than move forward to kind of stay the course and not rush off into battle before everything is ready? I don't want to say before everything is ready, but does every battle need to be fought even? Do you know what I mean? So there are going to be those times when justice does need to be served. And so, pick and choose your battles. If it's a good battle that is serving the rest of the world. But like you said, there's this internal conflict, and perhaps in Gemini right now, they're really trying to figure out for themselves what is right, what is wrong. Am I right in this, or am I seeing things a little bit too? What's the word? Am I seeing things properly?
Gemini, as we spoke before, is a double sign. So double signs have two sides of the coin. Maybe this is the problem. The thing now that they don't know which side they should choose, because they can live with both sides. They can live with it, but it's a matter of balance for me. It's a balance thing, and I think Gemini has to work on the balance all over throughout all the years. All the Gemini I have analyzed before until now, and there are a lot, because my mom is also a Gemini and no Gemini. My grandmother was. People in my environment are Gemini, and people that I love are Gemini. But I have to know which person is speaking to me what time. It's not funny. It's not easy, but they are like this. They have the duality. They have the both things. So I think this month is going to be very challenging for them. Very challenging.
Oh, yeah. And like you said, keeping that balance, keeping the focus on, kind of that internal conflict or that duality. And as we were talking about before, duality is kind of shifting right now. So duality is kind of melting. And so I'm sure that a person would have a conflict if something that they feel is their internal makeup is actually dissolving, so it's really a thing about,
totally.
Yeah,
no, it's happening for sure. It's happening, and I can see that all over we see it all over the world.
Oh yeah.
It's happening. And now we go to Cancer, rhyming Cancers, but I love them. You are not in your most relaxed phase, my sense in Cancer, in February. I would not say that you're relaxed. With this Mercury retrograde until the 21st, the conversations and the misunderstandings make their strong appearance. My God, what's happening there? And of course, the square with Mercury, together with Mars, it blocks And in some cases, it overturns your plans. I mean, you have planned, I don't know, to finally get over with a situation, and you just get an obstacle and voila, nothing's happening. Yes, emotionally, I would not say you're at your best. You have many insecurities. I mean, you have insecurities, you're Cancer, but you have more insecurities, and you want to evolve at last, but you should not expect anything like on a plate. You have to make a step. You have to do also something for that. You usually don't do anything. I mean, you don't do anything. It's not your, let's say, your characteristic that you make the first step. We know that. You speak in very complicated words, Cancer. And they speak about us, Scorpios, that we are like very Cancer. I don't know. Your finance requires attention and advice from people who know the subject well. Be careful. Friends and colleagues help you a lot. If you decide to enter collaborations, remember that your hidden weapon is only one: compromise. Do not open fronts that you cannot close. It will be too late. Mm-hmm. So, yes. Intense moments are coming, of course. The new moon gives you, thank God, a psychological uplift. This is good. On the 11th, you're going to feel a bit relaxed. And the full moon on the 27th in Virgo sheds a light on interesting and very promising acquaintances, not only in a sensual way, but also in a business way, in a life way. Life has everything. From what you never know what's going to happen with the person that you meet. It can develop in many ways, many different ways. So Cancer, compromise. Big title, compromise. And you don't like it so much, but you have to. So don't play you don't hide your emotions like this, and don't hide yourself behind your little finger. Compromise and listen to your friends, but listen. Don't do as you listen and you don't listen and you do your, because Cancer do that. Usually they do that. They say they listen, but they don't listen. Yeah. And the card.
Well, the card is actually a good one. Now, this is Queen of Vessels, which translates into the Queen of Cups, which is totally a Cancerian energy. You know, it's
really? Yes.
settled into those emotions, and it's in charge of the emotions, and it's using the emotions as I don't want to say as a weapon, but as a tool for interacting with other people. And as you say, compromise, I mean, somebody who uses emotion and feels into a situation is in a much better place to compromise than somebody who's only thinking about it in terms of intellect or fire or security and stability. Because when you have that water energy flowing, which is totally a Cancerian thing anyway, then you're able to get into places that other emotions just can't take you. And you're able to slowly and gradually shift things rather than in big foul swoops or burning it all to the ground. So I say double down into your ability to feel into other people's emotions, because that tendency is going to help you to navigate these compromises a lot more easily than it would if you were to run straight off into battle or not use this emotional guideline.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And Cancer needs that. Also.
Totally. Yeah.
We the element of a Cancer is the water element. Water element evolves and takes whatever form it wishes, and whenever Cancer decides, this is what I talked about before, whenever Cancer decides to be clear and to be transparent, it can be transparent. You know, water can be transparent, crystal clear. But whenever water doesn't want to be transparent, it's exactly, and it's going to be dirty and the opposite of transparent, and like really dirty and dark. Yeah. So you close up. You like, and all the water signs can do this. So yes, they can go in situations where no one has gone before because they have the depth, but also they have a problem, an issue, let's say, an issue with handling feelings and go and confront the feelings, confront them. And Cancer, from all the water signs, has the biggest problem of confronting from all the signs, because it has this also a double sign. It has a double sign. And you know, it's whenever it feels like somebody is pointing out on them and they're pushing in a button that they don't want to push and they don't feel secure, they close themselves in themselves like this, like a turtle. It's exactly, for me, Cancer looks like a turtle. Comes up and down. I mean, it's like, they disappear. They disappear and appear again whenever they feel ready to confront. They are like this.
It's just like when you see them at the beach and you go to pick it up and then it's just gone because it's just, shot away or gone into the,
I love them. I love them. You know, they don't speak about the sensitivity. I mean, Cancer is also a very an artistic sign. Usually people with moon in Cancer are very artistic. Artists. If you see a lot of Cancer signs or Cancer aspects, artists have a lot of them. And now we go to Leo. I love Leo. Leo. February is interesting and unexpected for you, my glowing, glamorous Leo, because you are glamorous when we know that. You're not at your worst, but neither are you at your best. You're somewhere in between. The truth is, it's somewhere in the middle. You are concerned about many issues, I know, many open fronts, but your goals are stable and achievable. So stay focused. With the communicative Mercury retrograde until the 21st, delays, it's like, they're happening. And an important development, an important answer to an issue that you really want to have an answer, it's not happening. I'm so sorry. You expect it so badly, but it's not going to happen like soon enough. Discussions are not in the best status now. Something happens eventually, and you want to succeed in every way in your business, and the dynamic Mars is on your zenith. That means on your highest point, and it efforts you, thank God, to overcome these challenges and obstacles in your way. So you can avoid difficult discussions and conflicts with your colleagues. It's good. But if you have an open wound, if you feel that some issue is open and it's not, you don't proceed in that issue, it's not a good period of time to discuss it or to grab it and put it out in the light. Leave it as where it is, and it will come a better. I mean, the next month is better for that. Companionship is an issue that concerns you because you are a person that you are like living now. Leos are now at their best, let's say, professional time. Most of Leos have to do with professional things now. They look how to make more money, how to be stable in the professional life. It's something that they want to. It takes a long time, I know. Be patient until the summer and you will see. Until the summer. Even companionship in a way, in an erotic way. Maybe something's happening. who knows? For all of you that are single, yeah, something's good going to happen until the summer. The new moon on the 11th marks a new beginning in interpersonal issues. So something is starting there. Something's happening. And the full moon provides you practical solutions on financial problems. So it's good. Financially. Let's say that. Who wants something from me? Nobody. Ah, my best friend, Leo. Yeah, Vivi. I have it here. This is my best friend and soulmate for sure, Vivi. And she's a Leo. I think she heard it now. Yeah, it's gonna get better. Who knows until the summer?
Well, and the tarot card that came up for that is really, this is the Eight of Vessels, which is generally a card that is telling you to leave things behind that aren't serving you so that you can make room in your life for the things that will serve you. And sometimes that's hard, but it's necessary. And I love their depiction of it because in the general tarot, it's like a cloaked man under the moon.
Yeah.
Walking away from something, but this seems so opportunistic. It seems like things are overflowing in your life. And in order, when your cup is full of something, you don't have any space for something new. So perhaps you need to dump out what's there and make the space to fill the chalice up again.
Yeah.
So
are you listening? Dump out. Dump it. Whatever's not working.
Does this have to? So, like I said, it's generally a card of change and of making a decision, a very specific decision within yourself. And of course, because it is chalices or cups, it has to do with relationships, emotions, feelings, intuition. But, in what you're talking about, perhaps there is something new moving in. And in order to make a place for that, you have to let go of something old. I feel like this is for her specifically. So.
Listen to that. She was listening. Of course. And now we're going to Virgo, my ascendant. Oh God. Tensions and demands for you, my organizational Virgo. As I don't know that. Your patience is being tested. Okay. The communicative Mercury retrograde until the 21st of the month in the air Aquarius, and the lucky Jupiter in a difficult role together with the planet of life lesson Saturn. Think about it, how many planets together. This intense aspect, all of them together, strangely helps you to cope with this really difficult astrological month. So even if I feel like my stomach is like a knot, something good is happening at the end. Let the month flow as it goes and do not rush to draw conclusions. Obstacles, irritability, frustration, delays, there will be here. Your stamina is good and strong, but it looks like that of a marathon runner. Oh my God. The dynamic Mars on my side, on our side, Virgos, and gives us the energy that we need to get through. So Mars is helping us. It's boosting our energy. God, thank God. You have to plan the daily routine. You just do it in a stricter way, like you used to, like Virgos are strict. Yeah, thank goodness. There is, yes, thank goodness, because we are going to be lost. Keep up appearances. Okay, the new moon on the 11th of the month in Aquarius pushes you to professional restarts. That means that maybe you are thinking of moving in a new professional way, life, whatever. It's happening. If you want to, it's happening. Just see behind the lines and it's happening. The full moon on the 27th in your zodiac sign, it's happening in Virgo, sheds a beautiful light on our emotions and love affairs. So it is hard, but we're gonna make it like a marathon runner. Like, we have the stamina. Do you know how important this is? This is so important because, really, believe me, I mean, you felt it, we feel it. It's a really hard month, and it gets us, we evolve physically also. I feel it in my body. It's not reacting the same as it reacted in January. In January was also a hard month, but I have the feeling that February is harder. It's more challenging than January. I see all the constellations, are more challenging in a way, in a different way. How about the card?
Now, this was an interesting one because if you can see the full moon there in the background, this is the 9 of stones.
This is interesting.
Yeah, it's a really cool card that I think wants a person to get back into themselves, get back into their traditions, get back into the things that they know best and most, because that's going to be really, really grounding. And so when you feel like the world is becoming unorganized and untethered and really just throwing you off, when you get back and you sit with yourself in meditation, quietly, under the full moon, and you get back into your space of rituals and your practices, you can calm yourself. You can make yourself feel better. You can make yourself feel like you have more control and more power over the things that are going on around you, because that's a part of it. I feel like this month, Virgo is going to be really scattered, and that's not a place where Virgo likes to be. But when you get back and you sink into yourself, and so make your meditation really, if I don't meditate today, the day does not go forward. Get back into those things that really make you feel grounded. And also, with this card, I feel like you need to look into the spaces that you don't normally look into, like get into those closets under the bed, sweep out the cobwebs in your brain, even in your heart, and figure out, make sure that you're not holding on to contempt or anger or issues that you just need to, okay, bye. You're not a part of my calm, centered energy. So that's what I'm all like. This is a big.
I mean, you said full moon, and full moon is happening this month in Virgo. So here we go. Here we go.
I thought that was really interesting too. Yeah.
This is really interesting. It's always happening, with the cards. My God. This is why I love the combination of those two. I really believe in the combination of astrology and tarot cards. It's definitely there.
Oh, yeah.
And for the people who don't know that, there are books all over about this subject, astrology and tarot. There are a lot of books that speak about those two things together. They match. For me, they match perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly.
And what
you help yourself a lot, interpreting and using. Oh, you're welcome, Therese. You're welcome. Welcome. Big, big love.
I need to type right, but
for Therese. Oh, such a sweet person. So happy to have met her. Even if it's like
I have bad writing. So.
Oh my God. And now we go on to Libra, the sign of my father. And a lot of people that I know are Libras. I like Libras. They're really dressed. They dress so nice. They have a big sense for looks and for aesthetics. Very nice. So February begins in a romantic mood. Yeah, my diplomatic Libra, because you are diplomats. You're born diplomats. Yes, Valentine's Day will be a beautiful day for you. Well, The only thing that's happening that delays your let's say your plans is Mercury, who's retrograde until the 21st. The square also with the unpredictable Uranus and the planet of life lesson Saturn brings a downfalls. Yeah, I know. Friendly relations that can create new data. Like you have to just take old friendships maybe apart, maybe to watch them again, to see why they're not so well, why they don't evolve, develop, whatever. Take your responsibilities and make a stand. If you're an artist, you will feel the inspiration, and you will define your creating. Financially, you are in a crisis, and it requires care and prudence. However, through the tensions, the discussions, and the new acquaintances that you may have, perspectives are opened, and they take you further in life. So the new moon in the 11th throws light on it opens new and interesting cycles. Maybe you just meet new people that are interesting for you. And the full moon in Virgo makes revelations, positive or negative, but they will help you finally to see things clearly. So for me, it's important. You have to go through this. So for Libra, it's let's say a month that has a little bit of everything. A bit of excitement, a bit of artistic, creative side, a bit of new acquaintance, a bit of financial things. You have a lot of things to take. You see, it's a month that really, it's unpredictable. It's really unpredictable. It's the Uranus month. That's why I put all the stars today. Oh my God.
Yes, I love that sweater.
Yeah. So astrological. I have put it on.
Exactly. Now I have to go buy some tarot, like a tarot here next time.
This is what I'm doing all the time that we speak, we're chatting. I'm putting some things that also like stars and hidden messages. Of course, I mean, come on. We live in this digital era. We have to show something else. Give me the tarot card.
Well, the ancestor card came up. Now, this is traditionally the Hierophant card. And, I told you this was a more, earth-based deck. But usually when I teach tarot, I teach that the fifth card is related to conservative ideologies, traditions, the church usually, because the general is a pope on there. But I also see this as kind of the card that fits you into society. Like this is when you enter into the rules of outside of your home and family. So this is something where I would say, call on your community for support and guidance in the coming month. Really return to a more conservative way of doing things. It will help you, because right now I just feel like adding new ideas or new ways of doing things is really going to throw you off and make you feel scattered. But when you come back to your traditional ideologies about things, the way that you know in your heart and soul you want to look at things, and really, even in this one, connecting to your ancestors, connecting to the earth around you, and really taking things from this long view perspective. Like when I think about it, I think about the mirror that you look in, that's looking into a mirror, that's looking into a mirror, where you have that eternal back and forth. And I feel like perhaps, and that this is going to be a thing that happens for Libra this month, is where you're almost going to be like in this wormhole of opportunity, but also of perspective and ability to see where you came from and where you're going to at the same time. And so really make decisions based on that.
Yeah, and you know that Libra have a have it like, let's say they have a handicap with decision making because they are changing their minds so often in just a small period of time. They say yes and then they say no. I mean, they're known for that because they are air sign. So, and they also have a double meaning. So they have also the duality in them.
Yeah.
Because they are like, you know,
The scales of
the scale.
Yeah.
The scale. Balance is the key for a Libra, but it's not easy to find it. So it has a lot of things to do with that, as they live two lives also together, like, and they have to balance in between. But as you said at the end, it has to do also with the light that the full moon is spreading, because it makes the revelations. I think this is the card of revelation. This is the point, because it has to do with the revelation that they're gonna like feel, positive or negative or both, but it takes them a step further. So it's a good thing that's happening. So Libras, it's gonna be good. It's not gonna be so bad. Be careful. And now we're going to our favorite. The crazy ladies, the crazy Scorpios.
We're all like this.
They were so crazy. Scorpio! So, you want to put your life in order. Well, February will help you in some way, my secretive Scorpio. The intensity and electricity in the atmosphere it will not be lacking. You understand that with the communicative Mercury retrograde, it's not the best period for discussions and promotions of all types. We feel that. I feel it. You feel it too, I'm sure. Even if we do so many things, something is like a break. We have a break. Something is not going so well as we want to. Okay, let's face it. Do not expect important answers and immediate solutions to your issues before the beloved planet goes on its right course. Because we love Mercury, of course. Extraordinary events may occur that will change your daily life, whatever it means. If you set the right priorities and get organized, with the dynamic Mars in Taurus, you will win your personal bet, whatever it is, whatever it is. Professionally, you seem to be evolving and maybe, listen to this is very exciting for Scorpios. Maybe you're laying out the groundwork to change your professional subject. Yeah. You may even change your home, your environment, I don't know, from furniture, from clothing, from hair, whatever, even country, in the distant future because of this. Not this month, but in the distant future because of this. You're laying roots to a different direction. But if you want to. The dreamy Neptune may bring you an exciting love if you are like open for that, and if you're single, and take you off where you do not expect it. So single ladies, single guys, who knows? The new moon on the 11th in Aquarius helps you reorganize, which is good. We talked about reorganizing, so you feel it, I feel it too. And the full moon brings you small misunderstandings in your friendly environment, so silence is sometimes gold.
So I'm going to put all my rings and clings and messages on hold for the full moon, like the day before, the day of, and the day after.
Of course. Of course. This is why I talked about it. Since we are the Scorpio late this year online, and all the Scorpios outside. Scorpios, be careful. It's not the month for beautiful conversations and really exciting philosophical and theoretical stuff. Keep it simple. Get organized. It's good. And the most exciting part is that whoever is a Scorpio has an ascendant or an aspect that's really important in Scorpio at this period of time and puts really this groundwork, it may take you definitely to a different direction. You can change profession, country, house, furniture. I don't want to say man. I don't want to say this because it's too extreme. No, I don't, in very extreme situations. But it has to do with the environment. You change something. I don't know, maybe you paint your wall blue, whatever. This is also a change. Something is changing in your environment. I mean, I feel it. I'm doing it.
Oh, yeah.
I already started. So it's happening. And the card. Oh.
So this one's not a bad one, though. It's the Queen of Bows, which is generally speaking the Queen of Fire. And she's reminding us, like, stand in our fire, stand in our confidence. The Scorpios are sexy and they're secretive. And I think that feeds into everything. But this is also a card that's just telling me the more confidence you have, the more grounded that you are, the more, rabbits have also a reputation, shall we say. But
yeah.
Also, multiply. But when I see rabbits out in the field, I think, okay, there's potential, there's opportunity, there is, it's something definitely with spring that has to do.
I like the way you put it. It's weird, Scorpios. We think about it, but we don't speak about it now.
Yeah, but this is a card of really maintaining confidence as you walk forward and as you're laying these roots and making this change. Understand that you're in control and that you have the power to make these changes come about in your life. And this is, if we're going to talk about sex, we can talk about creative force, creative energy. There is nothing more creative than sex. And, and the energy of that.
Exchange of the energy.
Right.
During sex.
Right. So just really think about what are you creating and what energy are you creating in? Because that's also a really powerful thing in your manifestation, in laying this groundwork, not only being confident in what you're doing and your skills and the choices that you're making, but also think about the energy that you're putting into things. Are you creating a world or these foundations in a healthy, happy, positive manner? Or are you creating them out of fear or strangulation or worry?
Yeah. Who's Scorpio also?
Yeah. Scorpio is also a sign of worry and pain. Pardon?
Biden is a Scorpio.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. So really have that confidence and really think about what you're creating for the future and what the energy that you're putting into that creation is going to be and how that feeds, just think about how the seed that you plant and the energy that you use to nurture it is going to create the crop later on. And so what are you looking to sow? What are you looking to harvest later on?
Yeah, to harvest. You said the word. This is also, for me, I always, when you say harvest, I always remember, it reminds me of my tarot cards, of my mythic tarot cards, the pentacles, to do with harvest. I was always meditating with these cards and thinking about them. And they are really, really groundbreaking because they are so important in life. Because whatever you seed, you harvest. And this is what's happening with Scorpios now. Not now. We all the Scorpios I've noticed, because I speak with a lot of Scorpios, and they all said something like, they are going in a direction and they didn't feel all these years, the past, 10 years. They didn't feel that they got recognized, and they didn't feel that they got like that what they deserved because of the hard work that they put on. And now something's changing, something's happening. The energy shifted again. And for Scorpios, I think that 2021 and on, it's going to be for the Scorpios that put the groundbreaking, that they did the work. Of course, we're talking about people that are doing work and then they harvest. They are going to harvest. All the Scorpios that I know that they put an effort on something particular, they will see that after some years. And it's happening now. It's totally happening. So it's very important to know to go into focus and don't lose. And that goes on also for everybody. We don't, for sure, you can lose your mind easily now in this situation. Don't do it.
Right. And lay the groundwork, lay the foundations, have the vision.
Yeah.
Make the vision beautiful and big and happy, and then put your energy into creating that.
Of course.
Yeah, and don't have these instant gratification expectations too.
No, it's not going to happen.
Right.
We live in years that are going slow development.
Right, but it might pick up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we go on with Sagittarius. Also very nice sign. Sagittarius, I should say, you're the most lucky sign from all of us for this month. Many acquaintances and interesting perspectives this month. My traveling spirited Sagittarius. You want to say your opinion, to communicate your feelings. Yes, you can do it. Your speech impresses and the excitement is great. So the dynamic Mars gives you the energy that you need to stand out, and you do this, But don't push situations and respect the rhythms of others around you. So respect the others, because even if you want to do it and you are this impulsive thing, wording thing, don't do it. Don't do it now. Your professional life is favored. Even if the Mercury is, listen to this now. Even if Mercury is retrograde until the 21st, you may become impatient a little bit, but paradoxically, you manage to concentrate on your goals and your things, the things that you want. So if you deal with publishing, writing, the media, you will be one of the lucky ones in this otherwise difficult month. In your favor. Whatever delays occur in February, you will do just fine. Unbelievable. You may have financial or significant moral support from someone close to you. It may happen. Somebody will be very close and plays a role. Whatever you're doing during the full month, be careful a little bit of communication. Just a little bit, and the full moon gives you the inspiration you're looking for, and opens your perspectives. So, Sagittarius, you're good for this month.
Okay.
You're good. I like it. And I would like to see the card if I like it too.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Oh, the Fool. So the wonder.
Unbelievable. I don't believe this. This is the energy.
Yeah. So there's potential, there's possibility. You can move forward without fear, and you'll fall. Sometimes you fall and you fall on your feet. This is the card of trusting your intuition and really being guided by it. It's also a very Sagittarian energy, because they usually march to the beat of their own drum. They usually do put a lot of trust in their own, what shall we say? How should we call it? Just their own thoughts about the world and everything.
Yeah.
Some people, they're not for everybody. We'll put it that way. They're not for everybody. And some people are very turned off by the energy that, but they're just true to themselves. And I think that's really hard for people sometimes to grasp onto, especially if they're expecting a Sagittarius to kind of conform and be, that stable, shining Taurian person. They're not that.
And we usually say in Greek also, I don't know if you say that in English or in US, whatever, we say that you learn the truth, you learn the truth from a crazy guy or a child.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's exactly this.
Yeah.
You know the truth, because they are like, they speak out what they believe. They are like, it comes out. So they are totally these people.
Yeah. And there's this freedom with it, though. There's this freedom of
free thinkers.
Yeah. And so sometimes they can't understand, like, what? I was just pointing out the obvious, and everybody's like, oh, wow.
Yeah, they're like this.
But like you said, I mean, where everybody else is having problems with their communications this month, Sagittarius is, and perhaps we can take some of that energy and think about things in terms of speaking our own truth.
Mm-hmm. This is nice.
And, of course, you want to blunt it for everybody else, just in case you don't want to full on, like, I'm just going to tell you what. But there's also freedom in expressing yourself.
Yes. But you see, there is freedom of expressing at the point, at this period. I mean, everybody's expressing themselves. So,
right.
Beautiful card, matches perfectly. Once again.
Yeah.
And I'm going with Capricorn.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I live with a Capricorn, so I know.
My brother is a Capricorn.
A lot seems to be happening this month too, because it's happening like many years now. My workaholic Capricorn. We know that you love your jobs. With this communicative Mercury, which is retrograde, it obstructs the flow of your obligations and creates problems in communication, in transportation too. But with your instinct at gunpoint, you will avoid all the evils. I mean, you will avoid every obstacle if you are like in an obstacle in front of it. The Aquarius colors your second house, which is the home of security, nutrition, food, whatever you eat, and moral values in your life, and creates relative tensions in your head. So, I would not say that this is the most suitable month for your finances. It has a relative shuffle, but watch out. Yes, you have to watch out for unnecessary expenses, and relatives, be careful of relatives or friends that are going to ask your help. And finally, detune you. So they reorganize you in a way. They take you away from your goals, and be careful of that, because they're going to need your help and going to say, okay, I will help him. And then you're going to forget about the things that you have to do, and that's it. What do you have? Nothing. So be careful. Something exciting awaits you around February the 11th. So if you are committed, if you're in a relationship, then you'll fall in love with your partner all over again, and you will recognize all the sacrifices he or she made for you. This is nice. This is nice. Mm-hmm. If you are single, maybe you'll meet somebody. With Mars in stable Taurus, this dynamic, you will not forget what you say, and you will need to say the last word every time. But this is totally Capricorn, of course, because they know better. The new moon on the 11th makes you deal more intensively with economic things and issues of values and ethics. So you're going to think more about these things, these issues. And the full moon sheds a light on legal issues that maybe you have and offers solutions. So it's good for legal things. But you see, Capricorns are going to get better, but step by step, baby steps for Capricorns. It's not going like this. Okay. I'm very, very curious about the card for Capricorns.
Well, they got the wheel. And the wheel is an interesting card because it's showing that, it's Fate intervenes in some areas. Fate can't be the only one who's pushing the wheel forward, though. It has to be a combination of both your own, which we know Capricorn has the stamina and the ability to push things forward, and they like to do it. They enjoy doing it as well. But they're also going to be moving up to the next level with this. So, all of these things, that all of the energy and effort that they've been putting into things up until this point in time is finally going to, like, that cog is going to catch finally, and it's going to spin forward. And so they're going to be able to take things to the next level. They may have to sacrifice something, though, in order to, make it go to the next level, in order to be the most prosperous. Sometimes it's just like pruning a tree that you want to get fruit from or something like that. You prune the branches that aren't going to have fruit on them to put more energy into the rest of the tree, so that ultimately the fruits will be bigger and stronger and more. So that's going to be something that they need to be aware of as well. And not to throw anybody under the bus in order to get, to the next level, because this card is so loaded with like historical symbolism and everything like that. But let's just say they're moving from one level to the next, that they're going to have to make sacrifices in order to fertilize in order to make their outcome stronger.
Unbelievable. It's totally to the point. More, it could not get more, believe me. It's totally to the point. Oh my God. Oh, let's go to Aquarius. Yeah. The sign of the year, the sign of the next years, the sign of years and years are coming by. My God. This month is your birthday month, of course. So happy birthday to all the Aquarius that are having birthdays now. And it is as unconventional as you are, my dear Aquarius. Like, really. Concerns, internal concerns, external turmoil, and your almost strange behavior now, because you are a bit strange now. Well, these are some characteristics of the otherwise exciting February. Your zodiac sign has such multi-star planetary aspects. It's not normal. You have, count with me, Mercury, Venus, the aspects with Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn.
Whoa.
All these 4 planets are forming aspects in your sign. So you are in the epicenter, you are in the middle. Your nerves are in a constant test. Have your patience, discussions, negotiations, and new financial data that may arise. They are in your daily routine. Stay calm. From all the signs, you are like the most challenged. Emotional ups and downs are very tiring. I know, for you and your loved ones, because your loved ones have to keep up with you, and it's not so nice. You lose your rights when you have to plug the holes. So be careful. Try not to stress and not to misunderstand situations in the slightest. Valentine's Day, however, it's going to be extremely erotic, Aquarius. What are you going to do? Eat and sleep well. I don't believe that. Eat and sleep well, close your ears and look ahead. You will make it. The new moon in your zodiac sign, it's happening in your zodiac sign, emphasizes your determination and stimulates your energy. Boost, woohoo, you're gonna be like hanging on the door and saying, woo, give me more. And please, you have to keep the balance. Everything has to be done in a, let's say, nice way. Don't overdo it. And the full moon in the organizational Virgo brings small obstacles in financial or non-financial transactions. So be careful, the money that you're spending or whatever you're buying, it's not so around the 27th. It's not favoring paying out. So let me see the card again. What was this card?
So this is the Knight of Wands, so it's the Knight of Bows, and you know the fox, but this is also a card about, speaking again of, just that dynamic energy and wanting to move forward and wanting that creative, passionate, but really, this is a card also that isn't mature in the way that it's using that energy. It's a knight rather than a king or a queen. So it's really got, that younger. So, if
I understand.
Yeah, so it's full of fire and spark and rushing off into the sunset and declaring love and really just Don Juan and
excitement and love and sex and passion and words and I mean, come on, 4 planets, 4 big planets, 4 planets that are moving slowly, and one planet was like.
Yep.
It's a lot. I love you, Aquarius. I love you, but I don't want to be in your minds now.
Yeah.
But I have a very good friend and neighbor who's Aquarius, and I'm experiencing it, and it gets me nuts sometimes. I'm communicating with her. I try not to forget that she's an Aquarius, and I'm like, okay. Everything is going to be fine. I know, I understand you. You're full in stress and you don't know what's happening. She's always telling me, what's going on? I don't feel good. I feel something's happening. Something is like nervous. Like, the nervosity that you feel when something's going to happen, but it's not happening. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I feel with you. I really feel with you, Aquarius. It's not easy, but it's going to be better. And the last one, the Pisces. You grumble, you grumble, you dreamy fishies. Mercury is retrograde, you feel it. But it makes your life slower and takes back things that you want to evolve, but it gives you time, especially you, when you need it. Time to redefine your job, your obligations, your thoughts. So you will calmly put everything in order. The dynamic Mars gives you a little boost, As much as the energy, you didn't expect so much energy. For you, it's a lot, but it's use it in a positive way. Do not fall into misunderstandings and tensions. Avoid them. You will have them in your daily life anyway throughout February. So the professional space is characterized by arguments and tension. So be careful of wherever you're working, the colleagues, something's happening in the background. So many of you may experience revelations, secrets, comments, and gossip should be avoided. Keep it for yourself. You should do your blog. Some hidden messages are going to be revealed, so be careful in the environment. The sensual Venus, on the other hand, gives you more emotion, and you are emotional, and may involve you in situations that do not favor your personal life. I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you're texting somebody you shouldn't. Maybe you make your loved one jealous. Who knows? Something's hidden is happening. I don't like it. And the new moon in Aquarius gives you, emphasizes your creative side. It's good. You talked about creative sides. You see how many times I spoke about creative for all the times. And the full moon for you in Virgo sheds light on your erotic passions and your psyche and your dreams. Feel it. Keep diary. Write it down. I don't know what you can do. Write it down with Pisces. Write it also down. Some things going on, energetically speaking. So, and the card is?
They also got the Wanderer. or the Fool. Now, this is really interesting. Yeah. Now, Pisces has a tendency to live in the past. So it was really interesting that you were saying somebody, they might be connecting with somebody, underground.
Yeah, something's happening there.
But that's a Piscean thing, I think, is really to review those emotional relationships from the past and perhaps, pursue things. And they are going to want to forge ahead in their lives. They're going to want to leave things behind. And like you were saying, even though they might have these experiences of needing to keep away from rumors and gossip at the workspace, I really feel like there's going to be this shift for them that you were talking about earlier too, where they're going to be able to move forward in a way that they perhaps hadn't thought that they could before.
Yes.
And so more truly follow their passions in life rather than staying this course that they thought was the only course available to them in the moment. They're going to be able to shed kind of the chains that had been holding them back and explore new things that are more in line with what they truly desired in their lives.
Yeah, I totally feel that, because Pisces is keeping a lot for themselves. You see what Mercury is doing? My planet. And I have a sun in Mercury. I have everything in Mercury.
Oh, wow.
You see. No, it's totally like this, as you said. Oh my God, I have to drink more water.
Uh-oh.
So that was it for the signs.
Yes.
And the tarot. My God, exciting again.
It's always. Yes.
It's a total different month. You feel the energy, the vibes are different this time.
Right.
They're going a little bit down. I feel it.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
But as you mentioned a few times, this Mercury in retrograde, I started the Mercury retrograde out with my website down. Like I went to log in and I was just like, wait, my website is gone? What's going on here?
Gone.
So everybody, really, we don't mean to like frighten you or, say, ooh, the boogeyman's coming.
No.
Just make sure that you are backing things up, that you don't, you aren't reckless with your words. Words are going to be taken a little bit out of context right now. And perhaps the thing that you wanted to communicate won't be as easily communicated in the moment. So, and it's always a pleasure with you because
you too. Always a pleasure. And of course, you find us also in YouTube afterwards. Whoever didn't catch it can see it in YouTube. So we're to be found. We want to be founded. Of course.
Exactly. And this is also giving you a little bit of a warning, everybody, or a little bit of an overview so that you can use the energy and you can use the way that the planets are, and you can use the information from the tarot in order to, have the most positive experience in the time that you can.
And it's very important, as we said, we give also some tips in between, because it's important for people to know how they're gonna use the energy, because we talk about energy, we believe in energy, even science believe in energy. So it is a very important thing. We're not talking about hocus pocus, we talk about things that are totally happening. And yes, it plays a role. And of course, I know that from the astrological point of view, you don't have to read every day like crazy, like, yes, today I'm gonna meet the life of my life. But there are aspects and some energetical things that are happening because of the planets, which are really affect your biorhythm. So, totally. So it's something that's also scientifically proven. And this is what I believe in. I believe in something in between is happening, and we're approaching it from different points.
Yeah.
And this makes it whole. So it's good.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Susan, for having me again this month.
You're welcome, Alexandra. Thank you again for sharing all of your wisdom and information with us. Again, this is Alexandra Karakopoulou from the A World.
Yay.
And my name is Sue Ellis-Saller, and I'm from Spiritual Business Spotlight and Sue Ellis-Saller as well. So we will see you next month on the first Friday, same time, same channel, same ladies here.
Yeah.
And we hope you have the most pleasant, prosperous, happy month possible. So
Yay.
thank you again, Alexandra.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.